This is Kosos with today's latest headline news. Revolutionary forces have urged resistance of Phalu and Myawaddy villages in Myawaddy Township state to evacuate within 72 hours as fighting is expected to intensify. Meanwhile, near Myawaddy Township in the air region, the military has launched airstrikes using up to 7 jet fighters according to local sources. In southern State in Cebu Township, 10,000 jet panels have been discovered during many transfer transition. At the same time, Thailand has announced it is ready to mediate to help improve relations between ASEAN and Myanmar. Resistance forces are warning civilians in Karen State's Myawaddy Township to evacuate within 72 hours as fighting intensifies. The alert applies to resistance of Phalu and Myawaddy villages, where ground clashes are escalating. Resistance groups said villagers should immediately move to safer areas and avoid returning until the security situation stabilizes. According to resistance soldiers, Judah and BGS troops are advancing from the BGS position based in Mitaliman village, using armored vehicles and more than 30 military trucks moving toward Myawaddy. Heavy fighting has been ongoing near the entrance to Myawaddy village since November 2025 between Judah BGF joint forces and current resistance groups. Because Rhine forces are suffering losses, they have stepped up attacks using suicide drones, heavy artillery, and airstrikes on Myawaddy village. Resistance groups are urging all civilians in the area to evacuate immediately to avoid civilian casualties. Heavy fighting is continuing in Myawaddy Township area region between a joint force led by Arakan Army and Myanmar's military line, according to local sources. Resistance say the military has used up to 7 jet fighters in airstrike on the area. The Huhin Air Mortuary Telegram channel reports that Judah jet fighters carried out bombing raids from around 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on February 3, targeting battle zones in Myawaddy Township. The Arakan Army says several Rhine units are involved, including battalions and the Light Infantry Division 66, as well as units from the Southwestern Regional Military Command. Clashes have continued for months from October 2025 to early February 2026, with the military launching daily airstrikes using fighter jets, helicopters, and drones. Because the fighting, tens of thousands of civilians have fled to nearby village, Myawaddy town, nearby Yeji, and to stay with relatives. Earlier on October 23, 2025, an airstrike on Sapien village in Myawaddy Township reportedly killed 24 civilians. Resistance in southern State say counterfeit Myanmar banners are calculating in their area. The incident was reported in Cebu village, Kiasap Township, number 2, Fagon Township, where a shop owner discovered with many myths in which a customer's cash during a money transfer. A local resistant told Public Myanmar that each counterfeit 10,000 jet banners were found among the cash receipts. According to band workers, the fake notes look similar to real ones but are thinner and feel like A4 paper. The security thrust appears printed and broken, the ink is smudged, and the CBN logo is missing from the corner of the note. People who received the fake bills said they did not want to keep them and have handed them over to local authorities for investigation. Resistance say that during the 5 years since the military coup, counterfeit money has become more common across the country, but effective enforcement and action are still lacking. Thailand says it is ready to act as a mediator to improve relations between Myanmar's military government and the ASEAN bloc. Thai Foreign Minister Sisahat made the remarks on January 2 after meeting with the National Security Council. He said the talks reviewed Myanmar's election and current political situation and discussed re-engaging with Myanmar's military authorities as well as armed groups along the Thai-Myanmar border. The meeting also covers cooperation on online scams, cross-border crime, drug trafficking, environmental protection, and reopening border trade disrupted by conflict. CR said if talks with Myanmar succeed, Thailand will push the process to the ASEAN level. ASEAN has restarted Myanmar's military leaders from summits since the 2021 call.